Good luck.
Alright, now that I've projected all my worries away, let's actually start.
That's true. Wow, everyone enjoys a little bit of Dota.
Sure.
Nationalism always happens.
Pubs are known for it, so you know.
I think the thing that people really hate is not where people are from. No one cares if you're from Russia, Peru, whatever. It's just people who can't speak English when they queue on an English-speaking server.
To be fair, it is an English-speaking server.
That's the problem. Like, you queue for an English-speaking server, you don't speak the language, you can't communicate. It is quite irritating. But, you know, Karen, 22 months. Wow, where's my alert? Where's my alert? It should be up there, going... But can't see it. But thank you, Karen. That's 22 months. That is incredible. And yes, Kinder does have his blanket on. I've not got my blanket on. I actually have the heating on.
I don't have my blue one though. I left it at uni, so
it is good to have. But it seems to be controversial to just turn the heating up in your house when it's cold, and therefore not be cold the whole time. But anyway, blankets are nice. I agree. So this is quite funny that they banned Undying specifically, no doubt for Oak. I think people are aware she's up in on a pretty big win streak with it in ranked. I would be very, very surprised if Spirit Breaker makes it through, though. We have not seen Spirit Breaker not banned phase 1 for probably months now. So will that continue? What do you think? Ah, no, you didn't have a chance. There it is. That was a really late.
Rather sadly, Oak has lost her last 2 Undying rank games. Sadly.
Yeah, she lost her last 2, but she's
went
on like an 8 or 9 streak on Undying, yeah, specifically. So.
Okay. Support. This tends to be just. This is just going to be support. Like either 2 supports or support and off laner for both teams.
We've seen that a lot recently, just teams picking up supports, but I'm a massive fan of picking one of your cores early, either a mid hero or pos one, because then you can build your team around that hero.
I think you. Yeah, I think you can. I think you don't want to pick the same lane at the start. I don't think. I think you want to leave it quite flexible. So I don't think picking your 4 and your 3 is a smart idea. I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's
you want to
a
go
good
for
point.
like either 4 and 5 or 5 and 3 or something like that, because revealing one lane, you can just give them a really easy counter matchup.
Yeah, and you don't want to lose lanes too hard. Current Dota is quite focused on laning. Abaddon is probably. Actually, who plays Abaddon on the Radiant team? Is that Wobber?
Sam probably.
Sam.
Wobbler can.
Sam.
Frank plays whatever the hell he thinks he wants to play at the time. So.
He's that level 1 for about 10 minutes roaming around with one spell.
Yeah.
It is interesting playing with him, but he is a good player. Grimstroke.
Did he play Chaos Knight 5 in Inhouse? I can't remember. I think he did, right?
Did he? I hope not. Or at least not an in-house I cast.
Chaos Knight 5 in. He played it in the impromptu in-house. Sorry.
Oh right, well the Tuesday one.
Yeah, we won. It was hilarious.
Well, the Tuesday one and the I like that we had an in-house on Tuesday, because we had a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in-house, and we've had a Saturday. We've actually had 4 in-houses this week, which is incredible. Obviously, everyone's really into Dota, despite the fact that the patch has been going on for ages, because usually...
Patch excitement.
Well, maybe that's it. Usually when a patch goes on long enough, people get very bored and the in-house numbers go... But we had the Wednesday one. People wanted to do one on Tuesday as well. And the Saturday, for the first time in about a month, people have actually signed up for the Saturday, enough to get 10 people. So, really nice.
So that's 2 supports picked. Unless he's going Spirit mid.
Well, Earth Spirit Grimstroke would be a pretty good combo, because if you can Ink Saw the Earth Spirit and have him roll in, that could be pretty good. But I don't think you'll see Earth Spirit in the 3. So... yeah, maybe +4 Earth Spirit is the norm there.
Juju plays +4.
There we go. See, we're assuming it's for Debate Mail, but he's managed to get his Sand King without it being banned. And Sand King doesn't have too many terrible matchups. He's a pretty good hero, pretty good at farming if he needs to catch up. So I like that. Yeah, very nice.
I feel like we could see what is good against Sand King actually.
He's better against melees, Sand King, because of Caustic Finale. So anything ranged, yeah, Medusa, Drow range, any of those. But then conversely, Sand King has a great engage, which means he's pretty good at getting on top of someone like Drow. Yeah. So he might lose the lane, but he'll probably win the game later on.
You want to be like a tanky ranged hero. It's kind of weird. You need to be something which is decent.
Luna then is the answer, because you don't, you don't need to stay away from people. You're very strong even in melee range, but you've got just enough range that Corsair's not going to hurt you too much. But Corsair's range is quite big, so
It does
yeah,
a
I'm
lot
not sure.
of damage as well.
It does a lot. It's like over 100 damage at level 1, and it has no cooldown or mana cost. You just click everything, but you have to last it. If they deny it, it doesn't proc. So someone with really good denying power, I found very good against Sand King, like Treant. Or Shadow Shaman. As long as you get those denies early game, Sand King's base damage is terrible. So you can really, really mess them up.
Well, I've lost to Sand Kings who will do something like they'll right click it, and then they'll Q through it, and then the Q procs the core stick, and they stun you. And
That
then,
works
like,
against melee heroes, yeah.
yeah.
Melee
Doesn't work
heroes.
against ranged, obviously, but like.
Yeah, range, you need more ranks by strike to even get on top of them. The other thing about Sand King is you have this like sentry war happening in your lane where you need your support to bring like 3 sentries because you need to sentry their sentry, and as long as you've got sentry control, you can just sit in Sandstorm completely immune to damage basically the entire lane, which is pretty good. So that's what they're going for. But they've banned, interestingly, Quap very early on. Assuming that they're not going to save their mid pick for last, or they're just trying to get rid of as many mids in advance.
They don't really have a Quap player on Radiant either. Or not, like, Nat would obviously play it, but like...
I don't think I've seen Nat play a lot of Quap, have you?
I don't think I've seen... That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm trying to think... I just don't really know if they have a Quap player. I don't know.
Quap is not that hard, though.
If they are going Earth Spirit mid, I guess it counts as it. But
Earth Spirit mid is not seen very often. Topson was fantastic at it, and after that era, I played against a few Earth Spirit mids who were so good. I was absolutely terrified. Like, they dominated mid, they went around the map. Earth Spirit has, I think, 4 strength gain, so he is very, very tanky without even building any items. I lost to a right click.
As well, I think.
As what, mid Earth Spirit?
Yeah.
I lost to an Earth Spirit who went right click build. Like, he'd roll on top of you, BKB Assault Cuirass, and just right click you. I think he has a 50 damage talent at level 10, but he would genuinely kill you, like, no problem, because you can't get away from him because he's got a silence, a slow, and a stun, and a roll. And then he just sits there and just right clicks you to death. He's so tanky. It's actually pretty terrifying, but I don't think we're ever going to see that. So Wraith King's being picked. That's the 3rd in-house in a row, at least, that I've casted. I don't know if Wraith King was popular in the in-house. I didn't cast.
Whenever we've been playing in 5 stacks as well, he tends to show up. I feel like he's just strong at the moment. He can lose lane and then he walks out of lane, and then he's farmed up as hell because the skeletons have been farming for him and he's farmed. Yeah,
that's the thing. Built-in farming mechanics are really good right now.
You can and he's decent in lane as well. So like, I don't know. Yeah, you either lose lane and then come out of the jungle in a perfectly fine place, or you win lane and come out of the jungle in a much better place. And it feels like it's hard to get that far behind, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, you have to then chase him in the jungle. But it's the skeletons seem a bit strong to me because lots of heroes have to either go Battle Fury, have to go Maelstrom, or a few of them have the luxury of being built-in farmers like Luna or Naga Siren or something. But Wraith King, like you said, lose the lane, spawn a load of skeletons, and then when he gets a few items, he's insanely strong. He's got, I think, a 270% crit guaranteed. He's got a 2.7 second point-click stun with only like a 10-second cooldown when you get that talent. I mean, he's just absurdly strong right now, and I don't know what they'll do to him.
The only other thing is it's not hard. Like, last hitting, being really efficient in last hitting as Naga, you have to be micro your illusions correctly. You have to do it properly, if you know what I mean. Whereas Wraith King, you just press W and then walk away.
Oh yeah, and the skeletons just last hits up. Sometimes you can use a courier to guide them from camp to camp. That's the only advanced thing. I see Ross doing that quite well. Shadow Shaman gives them a lot of lockdown. But Shadow Shaman also has to be careful because if Grimstroke Earth Spirit sort of get on top of the Shaman, he's going to die.
Shaman 4, I would assume, with Abaddon. And I've played against Sam Shaman before, and I tilted because he just split pushes, and then split pushes a bit more.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And then your tier 3's dead, and you're wondering what the hell's going on.
Well, in order for Shadow Shaman to split push, the lane already has to be pushed up, and then he has to get himself to the lane. It's not like he can just walk into a tower.
Yeah. Although with his shard, it's easier. Okay, there is Medusa.
Yeah, okay.
Not the team that I thought it would be.
Well, Medusa against Wraith King, interesting, I guess. Medusa is so tanky that she can probably stand up and fight a Wraith King. Got to be careful about Grimstroke, Earth Spirit, Wraith King. They get on top of Medusa early game, they can kill her. But then they have Abaddon, and I think if you're running Medusa, we saw that Medusa in that 66-minute long 199th in-house game, which was, she just got so farmed eventually, but it took a very, very long time to get there. I think if you're going to really run Medusa, you want to have heroes who can protect her or buff her, like the Bloodlust from Ogre. Abaddon's got a shield, I don't know, Omni Knight, whatever. Just at least one really good buffing hero, and I think Abaddon's great here. Purge Vessel, purge the stun from Wraith King, get rid of Grimstroke stuns, Earth Spirit silence and damage. I think Abaddon's really nice.
It's a natural Scardy builder as well against Wraith King.
Very nice. Yeah.
Do you know if lifesteal is lifesteal done only on the health that Medusa loses, or is it the damage that Wraith King deals?
It's based on the damage they take. So if you don't hit them hard, you don't get lifesteal back.
If you hit them hard, but then it gets mostly mitigated by the mana.
Yeah, you don't. I don't think you. Yeah, not much lifesteal. Yeah, that's a good point actually. I've never thought that. Medusa's not a good hero to lifesteal off of, and that really hurts heroes who are relying on lifesteal. Let's say even Lifestealer himself smacking a Medusa, you're not healing very much, right?
Lifestealers is max health, which is different.
Yes, it's not a percent, but even like Satanic heroes, that could be quite an impact against them, especially when Medusa's got that Scardy, which she's going to build anyway. And Scardy is the only one of the healing reduction effects that goes through BKB, so can't really do anything about it.
Shiva's does as well.
Doesn't go through BKB.
Does it not?
No.
Okay.
Neither does Vessel, dispelled by BKB. You can't apply it on BKB targets.
So they pick Darkseer.
Yeah, Darkseer creates an
game.
illusion of Medusa, can be quite strong, does have the split shot. Otherwise, yeah.
Abaddon illusion's not to be underestimated. If you can get those 4 hits off, you ruin a hero.
Applies silence. Darkseer also goes quite well with Earth Spirit because you can put the Iron Shell on the Earth Spirit and just send them in and say, off you go. And then he can get onto the target, keep staying on them, apply that Iron Shell damage. I like it.
Quite a funny combo between Abaddon and Medusa, where if Abaddon gets his passive hits off, Medusa just hits everyone at Hulk try attack speed.
Because it's based on the target you are hitting. So that's a good.
Right-clicks that target and just sprays.
That's a pretty good steroid for the Medusa. A nice buff for her. Yeah, I like that.
Mate, you almost never get it off in team fights because the Abaddon's pretty much never in front.
It's great laning tool, and then it becomes really difficult in the late game. Yeah, even with the shard helps a bit. Yeah, no, it's obviously not going to be a core ban. Lina, very high right-click damage. I mean, now they've got 2 ranged heroes who are pretty strong, very safe. So whatever hero Lina has to lane against, it's going to be a good matchup.
It's like, what counters it in the pool? Not much.
TA.
I think. Yeah, but they banned. That's what I mean. Like in the pool, what counters?
They did ban TA. Yeah, they banned Kunkka.
Who can kind of deal with
it.
They
banned Quap. They banned Brewmaster, who'd be good against Lina. Yeah, everything good against Lina's gone.
I feel like most. Is there anything I can think of?
I mean, you could go another generic one like Death Prophet and just fire Crypt Swarm waves from maximum range, and that would be safe. Sniper does win. I don't know if
but you get depends on who.
Sniper not bad actually here. No, to be fair.
Lina 6. Sniper's really good against Juicer as well.
Yes, Sniper is great against Medusa. No, I like it. I like it. They've gone for Zeus. Zeus versus Lina. I think it's still a little bit Lina favored, but it's not too bad.
Both of you press Q on wave. Lina early pushes it out with less mana cost, so has an easier time.
Arc Lightning is always 80 mana cost, so it's quite expensive to use it for every last hit, whereas Lina is going to last hit multiple creeps at the same time a little bit more easily and do damage to Zeus for, not that much more cost. But okay.
Dragon Slave is much stronger in terms of wave pushing, I think.
Kinder's volume's a bit low. I've actually got Kinder on maximum volume. Maybe it's me who's loud.
Okay. Is it? Wait.
But thanks. It's hard for me to check the volume that I sound at compared to the person I'm with.
Is that better?
Yeah, that is quite loud now.
Okay, sorry, I just turned it. That better?
No, that's alright.
I have a microphone volume setting on my headset that I never touched, so.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
check the chat.
Medusa's had some good win rate in the in-house recently. So I don't know which team I'm going to bet on because Wraith King's also been very successful. 6 wins in a row as Wraith King. Okay. I mean, like you said, it is such a simple hero, Wraith King. And Wraith King is one of those heroes who can keep up with Medusa when it comes to just raw farming speed. At least in the early game.
It's going to be interesting, definitely. Okay, sorry. I was actually using that sentence to check my mic volume on your stream. I think it's better now.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if there's an easy way for me to check
I mean,
volume, because usually
I
you
have
have.
my own mic volume, so I can just keep turning it up and down until I see Karen say good or bad.
No, I think it's fine. It's helpful. People in chat will say stuff, but like when you're casting for someone else, when you got like someone doing the production, they're obviously tweaking the volumes and stuff. But I can't hear myself. I can only look at the bars on my OBS and assume your bar and my bar are somehow matched. And
Yeah.
I've already minused 4 decibels from my mic anyway. So
Seems weird to see Sharkwaku playing carry. I know that he's he's at Bath and he plays
is he high rank? I've forgotten his rank. Is he immortal?
was immortal. He's now Divine 5, I think.
Okay, but he knows how to play
He's
Wraith
a
King.
support player.
But he
I
has
think he was a 5 player.
6 wins in a row on Wraith King.
He's been playing carry now in ranked, I believe.
Well, Wraith King's Wraith King.
Wraith King is Wraith King.
Even, Puppy, right? One of the
Yeah.
most well-known and longest playing support players of all time. He plays carry and ranked as well sometimes. Oh, he used to.
A lot of supports just give up. Sag. They just go, nope. Ranked, not for me.
Well,
Ranked
I remember when Bill was playing Buryu, and he was at Bath. He was just trying to grind MMR. I think he grinded well above 6k just playing Morphling or Cores, because he was actually a support main, but he just decided actually it's not worth it trying to support a low MMR, which is not necessarily the case. But I think if you're a very good player, you're probably benefiting more from. What has he done? Look at Juju. He's got himself trapped. He can't. Oh no, he hasn't. He's been able to get out. But
he can roll, yeah.
he tried to fight in Abaddon, and I was surprised at just how badly that went. Abaddon is so strong. Curse for Vernus.
Abaddon with
look at it.
level 1 E is one of the best. Like just sits it and hits you. Like, I mean, you can almost 2v1 if you, depending on the lane. If you're in the right lane as an Abaddon, you can make the freest lane for your carry ever, because you sit in front of the enemy tower, walk away whenever the creeps are coming, and then you walk back and just hit their offlaner for the entire time.
Yeah, I like it because it's such a good hero to go with Medusa, because you've got a melee support. Look at him just right-clicking Juju.
He feels like he has a really nice attack speed as well, when it's like level 1.
I mean, he's got 23 agi at level 1. It's actually his highest stats. So yeah, he's got very high agi, almost as much as Medusa. It's a 10% slow, so it's like a free orb of venom. And then, of course, it applies more of a slow and attack speed boost. But I don't want to see Abaddon's really leveling it up more than maybe 1 or 2 points in the lane.
I have made that mistake before in Inhouse, I remember.
I mean, Mistcall.
Someone commenting on it for me. No, I'm kidding.
Look at the power of Mistcall, though. 1 point in Mistcall is 110 damage. Is Debamo going to go down for first blood? No, he's okay. Wobber! Okay. Oak and Wobber. No, Oak and Baitmail so low on HP. Both managing to escape. Just about. Look at Wobber's right-clicking. Have they got the stun? Yeah, they have. No damage? There's the damage. 140 damage. Ether Shock is one of the most powerful level 1 spells out there. Nice kill. Yeah, that's a kill on the Wraith King. Like you said, though, he can just go jungle if he needs to. Not too much of a problem. Up to your bet to make things a bit fairer. Nice. So we got over 1,000 points
yeah,
on
I
each.
put some points on Dire as well. No biasness from the casters over here.
I see that Nat skipped Light Strike Array. At least to a level 4. I think against Zeus, that's the right thing to do, because you're probably never going to land it on Zeus. Zeus actually has a TP back to tower, and that costs him 75 mana and a TP. So,
100 gold down and some more mana.
Not ideal. Yeah.
Definitely not what you want. I don't do that. I just kind of accept my death a lot of the time, and I walk towards the tower and just hope that I can get away with it.
The TP might have been what needed to happen. Debamo just lost his courier to the creep wave. Oh no, a lot of damage going on to Wobber. There's the Ink Swell. Oh, the creeps blocked him!
The creeps!
The creeps! Why did they do that? Wow. Yeah, tip the creep. This melee creep is the MVP, the one we're looking at now. But level 1 Inkswell, just not quite long enough stun. Otherwise, that was a nice kill onto Wobber. And that is obviously what the Dire would look for at this point. Look at Juju there. He is really being bullied out by Cocopium.
I don't know. It's like Max is having a free lane right now just because... Every time Juju can't go near him, and Darkseer on his own is not a strong laner.
Not against Medusa. They also have done something really strong, which is to put a ranged hero against Darkseer. which obviously is great because Medusa's not going to get hit by the Iron Shield. They're going to try and go on Veteran, but he's got Mana Shield. He's got plenty of mana. He gets a bit of mana back, and I think that's going to be a kill in the dark. So they use Vacuum. Is it enough? One more right click? Yeah, right click from Kokopian will get the kill. Veteran's completely out of mana, but does it matter? No, Juju's going to take a lot of damage. He can roll in 1 second, but he gets silenced.
Slowed and silenced.
Ah, will they kill him?
He doesn't have enough mana for a
Yes,
W,
they will.
but
Kokopian
Max,
gets
but
another kill. Does he shield himself, or does he just accept death? He doesn't shield himself for reasons unbeknownst to me, but he still ends up with the double kill. So I think we can say that that's worth. Veteran completely out of mana from that exchange. So he has to be careful. But still, that's really nice for him. He continues to farm. Haven't looked at last hits, actually. Ollie not doing too badly.
Yeah. Darkseid is not doing as badly as I thought, but Max does have 8 denies, so I guess that's where the trouble's showing up.
Oh, we roll on.
Nice roll.
Shield blows up. A little bit of mana, very little. Now they get the kill. Overstayed is welcome. Is it going to be a return double kill? Not quite. Kokopian does have the shield. Or he waits just to the gun to the tower, which was smart. But yeah, I think... unfortunately, Veteran threw away his advantage a little bit there because he thought, well, I'm probably fine. But great engage by Juju. He's going again on Kokopian, but he misses. If that landed, that might have been a kill, but he did have another cast of Aphotic Shield ready to go. It's hard to go through that.
Earth Spirit Darkseid is quite good because you just put the W, you just put Ion Shell on Earth Spirit. He just rolls at you and then, not struggle.
Well, we talked about it in the drafting, and now we're seeing it actually working out. And they nearly won that fight before as well, but only barely did Veteran escape. I mean, the Mana Shield does make you very, very durable, but unfortunately, rank 1 Mana Shield doesn't absorb very much damage. In fact, you pretty much immediately. It's 1 damage, 1.3 mana. So 1.3 damage, you lose a mana.
Yeah.
Whereas it ends up, you have to take 2.5 damage to lose 1 mana. Which is pretty insane, actually, if you think about it.
It's, yeah, and 70% damage absorbed and bonus mana. I don't know, it's... When you look at the maths on it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, the fact that it gives bonus mana as well, it's such a good ability. I mean, 70% of damage going to Mana Shield. But then, obviously, it's got one major counter, which is Mana Burn. Now, do they have any heroes who can go Mana Burn? Well, not really, because there's no Diffusal Blade carriers. So, I mean...
What they need is for Abaddon to build Diffusal Blade, and they make an illusion of Abaddon using Darkseid.
I don't think he's going a Diffusal Blade. Diffusal Blade Ava seems like a funny thing. I guess run in and slow them and then apply the silence, but I don't think it's particularly what you're looking for. Sharkwaku's managing to get a little bit of farm again. He is lowest on last hits at the moment, but it's not too bad. No one hero is miles ahead, apart from the Lina, who's been farming the jungle very well.
It's expected. It's Lina things, I don't know.
Yeah, Lina's jungle farm is pretty good. I think Ollie tends to... I was going to say he tends to favour the max Q build, but he's actually gone the build I go more these days. 2 points of Arc Lightning, and then you max Lightning Bolt, just so you've got that early damage. I quite like that.
I'm never sure. I don't know. I play.
Veteran's under the tower. Then he gets vacuumed under the tower as well. They kicked him under the tower and they vacuumed under the tower.
Right.
Out comes the Zeus ult as well, just to put a little bit more damage in. I don't think they needed it.
Raindrops on Ben are working really hard. I forget how good they are against Medusa, because most of the laning power of Medusa is the W bounce into big magic damage. So he's just got infused raindrops to stop it.
Yeah, definitely helps. Ooh, they got the Urn of Shadows already up, but Kokopian can dispel it with the shield.
Kokopian is 2 points in curse, so he's not gone Q yet.
2 points in
Big
curse.
stack.
Yeah,
Big stack being farmed by Debate Mail top. Nice.
Is he farming a big stat? Where's
He
Debate
just
Mail?
finished it.
Okay.
He's got the 42 last hits now. It was there.
Oh,
So I think
wow.
it was a double or triple.
He's actually got 2 points of Caustic Finale as well. He's got to be careful. Oh, it's not quite enough. Took a long way around. No, he's got to be careful. Oak's taking a lot of damage. Sharkwaku goes on Wobber. Runs away immediately. Doesn't even try to go on that. Debate Melt. One right click, not quite enough. Wobber is going to look for the kill. Maybe not. They got vision. Oh, there's TP in from Ollie. Debate Melt gets away with 1 HP. No, he doesn't, because Ollie uses the zap. And Wobber doesn't manage to find Oak. Oak gets salved. So good rotations from the die. Although Lina, 60 last hits, really far ahead on the farm. Wants to get those boots of travel as quickly as possible, which is the way to play.
Yeah. You go, it's what, bots BKB into like damage, I think.
It's pretty much always bots BKB and either then Chrysalis into Silver Edge. Tends to be really popular. Veteran is in a little bit of trouble, but has the ult. Ult is a good get out of jail free tool.
Yeah.
It's almost like Wraith King. You drop the ult Medusa, you're fine, but then the cooldown is 90 seconds, so you've got to use that window to go on here. And when rank 1 mana shield goes away quick.
Nice kill top. You feel a bit bad leveling it up before like you've got maxed out split shot or anything? A lot of the time on Juicy you try and skip it if you can.
If you can. But I think she was smart to take it there, or Veteran was smart to take it, because that obviously saved him from dying. And he's going a standard Manta Rush. Good for farming. So yeah, I mean, some people go for either a Masked Madness or a Dragon Lance. There's the roll, but they miss it. Veteran was paying attention. Playing it very safe. Fires out the snake. Is it going to bounce? Yes, it does. How much mana is that going to return? 213.
Mana pool, you know?
That's more than it cost. So that's a nice bit of mana.
Sharkwaku's just rushing armlet, no boots.
Does it give less mana back for against creeps? Or do creeps just have less mana?
It's just, they just have less mana.
Okay, because it only gave 68 mana. They're going to go on him again, but they miss yet again. Do you go on Veteran? Veteran quite low on mana, actually. Oh, there's the wall that's used on the vacuum. Veteran is low. They're going to keep diving, but then Nat TP's in. Out comes the ult from Zeus. It is going to secure the kill. But Nat will get the kill as well. A couple more right clicks. So double kill for both players. Ollie managed to get a kill on Veteran. Oh, but Wobber's here. And I think we can say goodbye to Oak. Big right clicks from Nat. That is a kill. Triple kill for Nat. He is level 10 at 10 minutes, 76 last hits. Nearly 5k net worth. He's already got the travels. And as you predicted, the very standard Lina build of just getting BKB as quickly as possible, which obviously is good against the Dire team. Look how scary the Dire team's lineup is in a fight, in a team fight.
I was gonna say I still think that's not the worst in the world, simply because Dire, like, Wraithing was still farming for that entire time.
Ollie's on straight top lane.
He's in Sentry Vision.
He is. Blink Dagger. Oh no, the TP doesn't manage to get it. There's the silence on him as well. And the stun. Bit more damage. 379 crit. And also Nat died. How did Nat die in the bot lane? I don't know what killed him. It looks like
2v1'd
by the Darkseer.
Double Ion Shell, I assume. I assume it was just roll with Ion Shell on. Darkseer just hastes himself towards there with Surge.
Yeah, I mean,
just run around him in a circle with Ion Shell on.
Ion Shell is 90 damage per second, which by itself doesn't seem massively high, but the fact that you can get multiple on at the same time, one on you, one on someone else, and it lasts a very long time as well, 25-second duration, it does definitely add up. Sharkwak is probably fine. Has got Armlet first item, although he hasn't leveled it. His ult. So he's in a bit of trouble here. No, he seems to be okay. There's the speed boost coming out from the Inkswell. Sharkwaku is going to be okay. Nat is chasing Oak.
It's worth it for
Oak. Look at the speed of Lina. Oh, just gets it on the edge. But then Ollie also manages to find a kill. Yeah, that's a really big kill. So it's both teams getting really, really high value kills all the time. But let's have a look at the scores. You've got 0-4-3 on the Medusa. Medusa, actually, you said it was having a good lane. Has started to really struggle.
Yeah, it's gone. It's suddenly become really rough because there was that death in lane. I think he tried to stay in lane too long. Sometimes you just kind of have to accept that your lane has gone badly.
Oak went from level 4 to level 6 with 1 tome. So now they've got the Soulbind ready. Yeah, tome is good when you're low level. It's really nice for supports who just want to get their ultimate. And Ollie's already got his shard effectively with the Tumbler's Toy. Then he sends the Tumbler's Toy away. Oh, I like Tumbler's Toy on Zeus. Ah, but Fairy's Trinket. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
what a Zeus item that is.
I keep that until like tier 3s normally if I'm on Zeus, I feel like.
Oh, I like the what's it called? Hood Child.
Yeah, but that's the minus armor can sometimes punish
it's
you.
It's only 2.
Yeah.
They nerfed it.
2 out of your 5 armor.
I think he's getting... Well, that's the problem with Lina. Lina's early game is high magic damage, but with decent right-click. Jabate showing off the Blink Dagger yet again. Gets a kill onto Oak. Oak does pop the dust, but unfortunately the team's not really in a position to go and get any retaliation.
Not a big deal.
Not too bad, yeah. I mean, the scores are very close at the moment. It's... how much gold difference? 1% gold difference. They're practically identical. Jabate is going to run away, but that is so fast with the double damage. The Juju is going to escape no problem. What's the cooldown of that?
They're under a ward of what rolls? Like
4
seconds,
it goes from 16 to 4. I see why you level that first now. As well as the stun duration goes up to 1 second, but up to 2 seconds if you put a stone down.
Yeah, I mean, your like limiting factor on Earth Spirit isn't really your cooldowns, it's your stones.
But look at all the cooldowns. And Geomagnetic Grip, actually, interestingly, is the one that stays the same cooldown. Boulder Smash goes from 22 to 10, and Rolling Boulder from 16 to 4. So the cooldowns change a lot as you put points into things.
I think if Geomagnetic Grips was any lower, that 20 talent would have to be nerfed into the ground, because having
3
a
second more silence.
6.5 second silence on no... Watch out, top.
Ollie's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I'm watching it. Wobber, he's ready to go. Oh, they're going to drop the full ultimate from Jabaitma, which I think is the right option. They've now managed to get Zeus. I think Juju's in a lot of trouble. And Veteran happens to be here too, so that's Medusa getting a little bit of free kill participation.
Getting back there. They're all standing around each other as they're being magnetized. Share the damage.
Is that how it works? Is it an AoE pulse?
I have no idea. I've looked at Magnetizer's tooltip so much, and I still don't know how it works.
I'm pretty sure you cast it and everyone takes 40 damage a second for 6 seconds.
But I don't understand. I don't know.
I think when you drop a remnant into it, the remnant immediately explodes and it refreshes the duration. Oh, the Wobber has dropped the ultimate top. Easy tower. And if you Geomagnetic Grip or Boulder Smash one of the magnetized target, every magnetized target takes the silence and the damage and the slow. Debate Mail just goes in and in again and again. Deliver damage to kill Darkseer. He's staying in a max rank Sandstorm for a very long time, but he can surge. He also has a Hood of Defiance. I think.
Going Hood into Ags.
Oh, he drops the vacuum because he thought he'd get the Sand King. The Sand King had long gone by then. Out comes a cheeky tip, and off they go.
Tip.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Sometimes you just deserve the tip. You just kind of have to accept it.
Yeah, you made a mistake. It's part of the game. I know the Ags Rush is still really popular in Dark, so he has stopped for a Hood, which I think is smart.
It's nice. I think it's quite, honestly, it's just quite nice for their heroes. I don't know, making any of their heroes tankier with a better Ion Shell is always worth it.
Oh, the Iron Shell is so good with the Agnums. 275 extra health, very nice in the early game, as well as nearly double duration and 2 charges. So you slap that on a creep wave, and then that creep wave is going to push right to the tower, no problem. Not having to go back, but he does have Boot to Travel nearly BKB already. That's going to be scary when he has the full BKB up.
Who's highest level?
I'm assuming that. Yeah, and level 14, only level 11 on the
Medusa's
dire.
Starting to overtake in levels as well.
Ollie is going for an interesting build on the Zeus this time. Often you see Ether Lens first because it means you can disassemble the Arcanes, and with Arcanes, you've already got most of the Ether Lens. You know, you're only missing out 1300 gold, but he's not even going to go for that first. He wants to get this Aghanims, which I understand. Aghanims is so good on Zeus, so getting that early, definitely going to pack a punch.
If he's just going to go like the full global build.
Yeah,
just
refresh and
go Ags Refresher and just never join the fights, but you join them in like 2 abilities you cast twice.
Well, Zeus is a mixture of how many items can you get away with, like Aghanims, Ether Lens, Bloodstone even sometimes, or Kaya Sanj. How many can you get away with without having to build a defensive item like Force Staff or Blink Dagger or Yules or BKB or Aeon Disc? Or, you know, is he worried about people jumping on him? They do have Sand King, but that's really the only hero who can jump on top of him, so maybe he's not too worried this game.
You can't really... Yeah, and it's not one of those jumps you can easily escape from, if you know what I mean. Like, because the jump is a stun, if that makes sense. It's not like a root or...
Dark Quacker's going in. They've brought the BKB. Oh, out comes the Soulbind, but look at the damage going to Juju. Juju's going to get immediately taken out, but they get the 3-man wall. Massive silence coming out as well. They're going to kill Wobble with a huge right click. Sharkwaku taking so much damage from Nat, though, the power of Nat. But Sharkwaku says, yeah, kill me if you want. No, you can't even kill me because I've got the armlet on. And Nat goes down. That's a massive crit. Jabamo drops his ultimate, does get a kill, but unfortunately it's going to go down too. Just leaving Cocopium as the final survivor, but he's already dropped his ultimate. Actually was a buyback from Shadow Shaman. But Medusa, as we saw, was not in the fight. So Sharkwaku gets a triple kill. And they bring down Lina, who had BKB and was so high level. So what a good fight for the Dire.
And he's just got his Desolator. So he's got an extra 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 gold and Dese.
Yeah, I assume he's going BKB?
Blink first, I think. Isn't it Blink then BKB? This is
I
the
think it
most
depends
common
what team
build.
you're against.
Armlet Deso into Armlet Deso Blink BKB is like 90% of Wraith King builds, plus Assault Cuirass. It's
I
so
don't think
cookie
you
cutter.
necessarily need the blink if you're going to be surged. If you get surged, you just run in anyway.
Maybe. I mean, he's happy about being top of the network. Veteran has very little mana, just enough to get the ultimate off though. Gets vacuumed back, but unfortunately that's not going to do much. Juju tries to roll, but also gets turned to stone. The Veteran will escape. Needs to get some mana. I think if you're playing Medusa and you're going to go early Manta, you know it's quite a nice item. Whoa, Sharkwaku's taking a lot of damage in the mid lane. He's not got his team near him. Ultimate has dropped. There's no Light Strike array yet, so he does manage to walk away. Juju goes in. Does he have his ultimate? Does not have the ultimate. Ollie drops his Agnum. Oh, that's going to be a kill onto Juju. Bit of damage going to Kokopian, but he just drops his ult. So that was fine because he had the BKB, and the Nimbus not quite enough to kill that.
Yeah. They use Shaman ult, which is quite big. That's 2 minutes without Shaman ult.
Yeah, it's only a support though, and they're still in a position to take the mid tower even without it.
That's a massive cooldown actually. What? Fair enough. Well, they have 40 gold from Ags on Darkseer, which will be quite big.
Yeah, very nice for Darkseer.
Zeus is going Eternal Shroud.
Very interesting item choice because the damage that's going to come out in this late game is going to be Medusa right clicks and the Lina right clicks, and Eternal Shroud does very little for that. I mean, I guess it helps against some of Lina's damage, but not a lot really. So I'm not sure Ollie's choice is that smart. Sharkwaku gets just one right click on a creep. I mean, they're all looking at each other, but nothing is happening. Remember, the Radiant do not have Medusa. So this is really bad for them to 4 versus 5. They're going to try anyway. Sharkwaku doesn't have his ultimate, so he just gets instantly killed. Wow, this actually went way better for the Radiant than I was expecting. Ollie putting out some big damage. Out comes the ult from the Darkseer, but Kokopian, he's going to be fine. Lina, though, have a completely trapped. BKB is about to run out. Does end up going down. Jabatemel pops his entire ultimate onto Ollie. Ollie just decides to TP out, and then he realizes, I don't actually need to. Nice silence from Oak onto the Sand King. He doesn't have time to sit there and right-click it off. He's trying. And now he's going to go down. If Ollie had any mana, he would. Oh, he can get the kill onto Juju. One more right-click, and not going to be enough. And I did say, maybe it's not the best fight to take when you don't have your Medusa, but they still managed to kill the Wraith King. But then what followed was pretty bad. Mostly because of a fantastic Darkseer wall.
Good old Darkseer.
With the Agams this time, giving himself a lot of extra HP and long duration iron shells.
Ion Shell Radius?
Yeah, it's good. I think Iron Shell Radius is better.
Vacuum AoE is pretty nice as well. But
I mean,
if you,
look, he's vacuuming everyone anyway, right?
Yeah, anyway, I guess, yeah, fair point.
Whereas Iron Shell's
really
radius goes up quite a decent amount. It's such a tiny radius otherwise. I don't know, they're both amazing talents, but if your team is all about wombo combo, maybe I would go vacuum, like you've got Black Hole or something like that you're trying to combo into. But if you don't, then I would go Iron Shell Radius.
Max, watch out.
The problem with Medusa, slowest hero in the game. Manta does give a little bit of move speed, which does help, but even still, 345 is what most heroes have with boots. Not a fast hero at all. Kokopian is rushing Aghanims. I guess the idea is to protect their team. Good against the Darkseer, Wombo combo, and Zeus actually. Drop it and then big heals.
Yeah, unless you're quite unlucky and you time it wrong and Zeus ult does enough damage to just one-shot you before
That's true.
Kicks in.
Thank you, Julian. I appreciate that. Wow,
I think
really
it
been
does,
6
especially
months.
with the talent, it does.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
550 plus static field damage plus Thunder God's Wrath. If you go the talent, then it's 650. So it's a lot.
Okay, what are they doing? Just farming it up. Even with those deaths, 045 veteran is. So not the highest score on the board, but does Medusa care about KDA? No, only cares about gold. When it comes to gold, he's in second place, nearly overtaken. So I think a veteran can say he's doing pretty well. Out comes the engage onto Darkseer. Darkseer is very tanky. But then you've got a lot of damage going into him and not a lot of protection. Oak drops the ultimate. They get the soulbind. Can they get the follow-up stun? Yeah, there's the blink, the double stun. But look at the damage going to Sharkwaku. He almost instantly dies, but Ollie does drop his ultimate, doing quite a bit of damage. Nat has the double damage rune, doing so much damage. BKB still lasting. Gets the kill onto Juju, but Veteran's completely out of mana. Out comes the vacuum wall, slowing him down. Out comes another Nimbus. Shakuaku, though, decides to go for Nat. I think that's the higher value kill, so I definitely say that's worth it. And then he can still chase Medusa, like you said, the Surge. He did still go Blink Dagger anyway. Out comes the stun. The stun can't be dispelled because Copian's just fired his shield off already. And that's going to be a kill. They also had the Medusa illusion the entire time. He's gone into the base.
He's out for blood. He is hunting.
And thank you as well, Fanda, for the 2-month resub. Wow, I mean, that was a great fight from the Dire, even though they immediately... Who did they lose, like, straight away? The Dark Seer, right? He did have to buyback. I think the buyback actually is what won them the fight, so...
Yeah, he died somewhere over here, I think, didn't he? And then...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The fight lasted long enough that he... Good old Surge, he just TP'd into the tier 2 and then surged himself to fight.
That was a very smart buyback, and Oak immediately threw the ultimate out when he saw... Wraith King dying,
yeah.
And then not Wraith King dying, the Darkseid dying, and then Wraith King blinked in, got the double stun off, instantly killed Wobber, and the fight went well from there. And you know, does Wraith King mind dying? Not too much. Basically allows him to wait out the BKB duration from Lina. Oh, are they going to take this? It's very low. They actually dropped the Nimbus. They dropped the Nimbus. I think that's smart. Do as much damage as you can. They dropped the wards a little bit too late. The wards almost instantly killed the Nimbus. Did Ollie go Aegis? No, Aegis actually was on the Wraith King. Oh, nice ultimate as well coming out from Oak, holding the Lina in place. I think Oak may pay for it with her life, but does save Ollie. No, actually they both get away, and Ollie got Ink Swirled. Really good play by the Grimstroke.
Less clean Roche than I think they were hoping for, but it worked.
No, they got no deaths, and they got away. So, I mean, that's perfect. I don't think Wraith King is the right hero to take it, but then again, he has been dying in these fights. So, it will be very hard to take him down 3 times, that's for sure.
It was a bit panicked as well. I feel like at that point, you're just saying, someone please take the Aegis before they take it.
You could pretty much predict the entire Wraith King's build right from the start. Same with the Lina. The game has become quite cookie cutter. I think a patch, the change of items will be nice. Though Ollie has gone for some very interesting build. He's gone Eternal Shroud and he has a Voodoo Mask.
We have some normal builds and then we have some other builds.
Yeah.
Bloodstone now,
well,
so
not really a rush. He went Eternal Shroud into Bloodstone. I think he had a really good encounter last time, once sort of fight, where the Bloodstone gave him so much healing from Thunder God's Wrath that he thought, there's something into this. Spell Lifesteal Zeus. But now he's trying to go all in on it, and if only he had, you know, Aether Lens and, I don't know, half a Refresher, so much better than this. Yeah, this is a really weird build from Ollie. I mean, I guess it does give some mana, Eternal Shroud. But only if
but only if you take damage.
Yeah.
You never want to be in that.
And it's got a minute cooldown. I mean, what's the cooldown of Hood? Is that also a minute, or does it actually get longer? No, they're all a minute, and I'm guessing Pipe is a minute too. Pipe is... Yeah, they're all a minute.
Ollie is about to die.
No, he's got all that spell lifesteal. He'll be fine.
Sorry, yeah,
all that spell lifesteal.
Yeah, he's never gonna die, is he? Oh, poor Juju.
Oh, Nat's in Invis, because Nat has Shadow Blade. Sees Ollie, but got to be careful, because Nat is very, very far ahead. Oh, and they're going straight onto Nat. There's the stun. Do we have a second stun? Yeah, we do. So much damage. Ollie drops the ultimate. Nat does not even get time for the BKB. He was so far ahead. Cocopium ult is dropped. And now they're just going to follow him as he dies. And it ends. Massive damage comes out. A couple of right clicks. Yeah, they're going on Veteran. Veteran does have the Skadi. So it is a fairly tanky hero. Has that anti-healing we were talking about. But Darkseid says, I don't care about your tier 2 tower. I am so tanky. They drop the wall as well, so they get a nice Medusa clone on top. And Medusa's quickly running out of mana. Does manage to kill her own illusion just about. And now goes down. Easy tower dive.
Sharkwaku decided that BKB, not the item, wants a Basher instead. I guess he feels with he's confident enough that he can just run at them.
True, and Basher's nice against BKB targets. I think Oak should maybe consider going for the Ag Shard because the Ink Swell is so value this game. Every fight, the Ink Swell does 1,000,000 damage and a really long stun. And what do you get? 40% more damage, 40% heal, and a hard dispel?
Yeah, it's like, Grimstroke does too much.
If
you can get any farm whatsoever, and you get the shard and the axe, you can suddenly become like Darkseer.
Whoa, that's an engage from Juju. I think he bit a bit more than he can chew. He does have Yules to keep himself alive. Grimstroke ult is used. There's the double stun onto Nat. Do we have any follow up? Yeah, we do. There's the vacuum. So much crowd control. What we have to not forget is that Vacuum is also a bit of a stun. While they're being pulled, they can't do anything. Then Ollie drops his ultimate on top. It's a shame Eternal Shroud is giving him no mana regen because he's not taking any damage. But
if
anyway.
If you press ult on Vacuum, it actually... The pull time actually increases with levels.
So it's a 0.6 second stun as well.
Why is that not just in the tooltip?
Because that would make too much sense. I hear Debate Mode priming his ultimate. He goes in. He's trying to do damage to Darkseer. Darkseer is way too tanky. He does get the reincarnation on the Wraith King. Juju taking a lot of damage against Hex. He's going to go down. Looking pretty good for the Radiant. Can they chase the Wraith King? Remember, he's got Aegis as well. We do have Vacuum Wall, actually.
Ags on Sand King as well.
I think they're are they going to leave him? Are they going to do Vacuum Wall? They're going to think about it. Vacuum Wall, there it is with the Zeus ult. They managed to get a kill immediately, but is it going to be enough? Sharkwaka trying to get the right click. Nice stun from Debate Mel. But he then just dies. The Darkseer can't die. They can't bring down the Wraith King. And then he goes in onto Wobber. He is able to shackle him. Oh, that's really nice from Wobber. They do manage to get the kill. But the Radiant, they really can't put out enough damage. Or is it the Dire who are just too strong? The Vacuum into the Nimbus. And then Ollie dropping his ultimate as well. Just so much damage.
Medusa Illusion doing some work there as well, I think. I think that was just... Because if you pull in multiple heroes and you get a Juicer Illusion in that fight, I feel like it also does a lot of work.
The split shot as well, doing a lot of damage.
And he's got normal punch now as well, more Medusa Illusions.
And Ollie has taken the 100 Thunder God's Wrath damage, so now it is doing 754 damage with his Spell Amp. But he does have a Fairy's Trinket as well, keeping hold of that.
I don't know if you saw, there was a clip going around of a... Wait.
Oh, the dust! Oak knows that Nat's there. And then Oak just uses Glimmer Cape. Going to take quite a lot of damage. She will go down, but does get the BKB. BKB on the shortest duration. But unfortunately, they can't get anything more than that.
There was a clip going around of a 6-slotted Darkseer, or basic perma-stunning and one-shot, like solo killing a 6-slotted Anti-Mage with like Refresher, Normal Punch,
oh, right. That's quite funny.
He just double-walled, double normal punch and had 4 anti-mage illusions hitting the anti-mage that just murdered him.
But how strong is the illusion? It says that it's up to a 2.25 second stun with 300 damage. And the illusion lasts for 8 seconds. I don't know how strong the illusion is. Is it the same as the wall? Is it less strong than the wall?
I have no idea.
The other thing that the Darks has gone for, which is now a level 10 talent, is 20% wall of replica damage, which means that the illusions actually deal more than 100% damage. And they only take 200%, so they're very, very strong illusions. And Medusa's damage is pretty much entirely, in fact, I think it is entirely base damage. So there's sort of no large amounts of bonus damage, so those illusions hurt.
No bonus damage that I can see.
Yeah, I can't.
Yes, there is. There's 7 bonus damage on Ring of Aquila, and that is it.
Oh, right. Very, very little
bonus
then.
Damage that he's having, yeah.
So the illusion may well hit harder than Medusa herself.
Yeah,
which
although
is
he is
scary.
going Chrysalis now, which will.
Okay, well, illusions can crit. They just don't get the base damage, but they can still.
Yes.
They can still crit.
But I mean, the damage on Chrysalis is nice. I mean, it's not as nice as
Yeah, it's not a lot.
But, you know.
Yeah, Daedalus is 88 damage, I think. Well, the win probability is now 90% for the Dire, so they've definitely made some headway with this game. And the Radiant are struggling. They had such an advantage. Well, not a massive advantage, but they seemed really strong in the early game, shall we say. Nat had a massive level lead, and he was just running around getting any kill that he wanted. They were managing to take down the Zeus and the Wraith King. But now they just can't. I mean, actually, Ollie has only died once this game. He's gone 10-1-16 with the most unorthodox Zeus build I've ever seen, especially Eternal Shroud.
Has he used the Eternal Shroud?
No, I don't think so.
Has it, like, done anything for him?
Apart from some passive magic resistance and health regen, I mean, I don't know if he's even needed to build this much.
I feel
spell
like
amp.
he could have just gone Bloodstone instead of Eternal Shroud.
Yeah, and it would. That's like the equivalent, but better, essentially, because
Yeah,
Zeus still gets the spell amp, also gets the spell lifesteal. Eternal Shroud is only if you were desperately in need of some magic resist, but why would you be?
He's pump faking Thunder God's Wrath all the time as well.
Yeah, well, that's typical Ollie. Also, he's got the Psychic Headband, so 16% intelligence is very nice.
16% smarter. He's actually done revision.
16% of it. No,
Yes.
the intelligence is realizing that you should have revised.
Yeah, the psychic headband is.
Oh,
Psychic power.
Wobber just deleted. Not just BKB TPs straight away. Gets connected by Juju,
As
but the
well.
stun does not land. They can't find anyone else. Really quick reactions from the
Nice
Radiant.
reaction.
Yeah, they realize, okay, we're going down. Leave, 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 leave. Which was smart.
The psychic power the headband gives you is the power to realize that you should have revised earlier, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a good comic about that, isn't it? This is wisdom versus intelligence or knowledge. Wisdom versus knowledge. If it was like cloak of knowledge or something, that'd be useful. Love how Max sells a Tango and an Iron Branch. Yeah, you do have this problem as cores, but you don't visit a shop often enough in this game because the courier does everything for you now.
Sometimes I remember to drop it off at my courier, but that just leads to like 5 seconds of me faffing about trying to control both the courier and my hero.
Oh, I probably should be doing that,
them in.
but I always forget about that. That's actually smart. I should think about doing that next time I play. Well,
Just drop it in my courier, but the courier like item drop outranges yours, so if you tell it to deliver it to you, it just runs away.
no Abyssal Rush on the Wraith King, no Assault Cuirass, actually going for really early Swift Blink. Wants the move speed, wants the attack speed, drops the skeletons, and they're already taking it.
Early, honestly, on Wraith King.
Well, it's a very expensive item,
Early on Wraith
that,
King, I think.
but it only gives 25 agility, and that's a lot of money to pay. 4k gold for 25 agi. I know the active is nice, but
Yeah.
I think I would have gone for the Abyssal first, I reckon, because an extra 2 seconds of stun, pretty nice, as well as the stats you get from the Abyssal.
think I see Swift Blink before Basher a lot more Wraith King, because you don't have enough. You don't have enough attack speed to make the most out of Basher. Is a bit of a problem.
Oh, that's true. You are getting more Basher.
You get the bonus attack speed. You get the bonus 45 attack damage. The phased move speed's really nice as well.
Yeah, I was going to say get AC. Oh, Jabemo's gone in, but was that worth it? He's not got a BKB of his own. He's taking a lot of damage. Taking the 5-man vacuum. It's actually a 4-man. Lina is not in it, but that spells death for the Radiant. There's no way they are surviving this. Look at the Medusa get taken down in no time at all. Nat is chasing Ollie, but Ollie, he has managed to pop the Eternal Shroud. Did absolutely nothing because Nat right-clicked him to death. So the only thing Radiant did is get a kill on Ollie. He dropped the Bloodstone. He dropped the Eternal Shroud. He could have ulted, but he actually didn't even need to. The entire team were dead.
Ollie could have just gone Vanguard this game, and I think it would have been as helpful.
Yeah, Vanguard actually would have been as good. I mean, look what happens in this fight. You've got Sand King goes in and sees them, but he had no plan B. He had no Yules, no Force Staff, and no BKB. So he almost, and then the massive vacuum wall. Nat was the only person not in it. And then it just...
deny it? Is he gonna deny it?
Oh, I'm not watching a game. We're watching the replay at the moment because there was a pretty epic fight. We're going to watch Nat take down Ollie. And now we can look back at the shenanigans happening here. It was just no one knew what to do with the Aegis.
They just sat there for a while.
We took the shard. Don't know. We got a couple of shards up. Only one person's got a shard on the way. That is Oak. Does it show who has shard?
I think they gave Wraith King shard.
Oh, yes, it does on the left side.
I
So
don't
4 shards
remember him
now.
having his, but they might not have. Yeah.
4 shards on the Dire team. Only missing the Earth Spirit one. I think the Earth Spirit one's actually pretty good. You get 4 more remnants and they give vision. And 4 more remnants is amazing. That gives you 11 instead of 7. Nearly level 25 on the Wraith King.
Also, they give vision, don't they? Which is really nice.
Yeah, 375.
Having any ground targeted vision that you can just place from far away is insane in this game. That's why Elder Titan was so popular.
Wonder what's the cast range? Pretty high on the remnant actually. It looks like probably 900 or 800 cast range.
I mean, ET was so popular TI9 because they had to nerf. Do you remember they nerfed his spirit range, like vision range? I
don't remember that particular nerf. Well, Juju, he's running away. He's gone BKB. I like that BKB, and he got the spell amp talent. 18% spell amp. It's quite a lot actually.
Jesus Christ, what? I thought Grimstrokes was big at 15. I mean, to be fair, Grimstrokes is 15 at level 15.
Yeah, that is a very early
insane.
on. But going 16% Inkswell move speed, I quite like that with this team. Give it a bit more mobility.
No, go for the greed.
I like the move speed because that's a lot of move speed now. 32% move speed. It literally doubles the bonus.
I just like playing Grimstroke mid, so, you know.
Oh, Grimstroke mid's a different thing entirely. They've taken the tower, but they seem very scared. Well, they can. They have Zeus. Zeus can just spam Bolt. They've just fed the Nimbus, which is a 45-second cooldown and gives 100 gold. I mean, just run in and hit it. I don't think they
I
have to be
think
too scared.
I don't know if they've seen it. So there's Blink Dagger on Shaman, scary. There's BKB on. There's a fresh BKB on Medusa as well.
Ah, Medusa going BKB. Smart.
Fresh BKB on Medusa.
Oh, Sharkwaku goes in. Right clicks onto Lina, but no detection. Ah, they now have detection, and Lina dies. Nat, not even able to get his BKB off, and he bought back last fight. A lot of damage going to Darkseid. Remember, Darkseid can just come back to life. Bait Mail, he really hurts the Dire team, but not quite enough. Wobber's going to go straight down. And now Sharkwaku, he is strong, doing big damage to Medusa. BKB not going to do anything here. Medusa gets taken apart. A couple of buybacks from the Radiant, but it's a little bit too late. They weren't even close to killing the Darkseid, who had 3,000 HP. And yeah, there's also an Aegis on the Darkseid. They do take down Oak. That does give Ollie a triple kill. And that's going to be game 1. It was pretty close for a while, but then Dire, they had a very, very good team fight and fantastic Darkseid plays.
There was the team fight on Radiant. The team fights on Radiant were played much better, and I think the team fight on Dire was harder as well. I'm sorry, the team fight on Dire was played much better than the team fight on Radiant. I think it was harder to team fight with the Radiant lineup.
Just, well, really good plays by the Darkseid. How many fights did he get a huge vacuum wall off? I mean, the 4-man vacuum wall by the Roast just sealed the deal, but they were already ahead at that point. So very well played. As you can see, the gold graph pretty close, and then the Dire started winning. And one thing I want to see is always how much damage do you do with illusions? And
what annoys me about it is it doesn't show you the damage the illusions did to that hero, like their own hero, if that makes sense. It always says 0. Lina illusion did 0 damage.
Ah, that's interesting. So Medusa illusion did 0 damage to Medusa. So that's actually underselling the damage value from Medusa, because a lot of the time he created the Medusa illusion to hit Medusa. So, oh, that's interesting. I mean, that makes no sense. But it is interesting.
I think it's to do with the way it's programmed. You can't have damage numbers as a hero damaging itself, because it's shown as that hero doing the damage, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, I'm sure they can fix that, but anyway.
I don't know. They're not going to, but you know.
Sure.